Hello, the House of Tarot YouTube followers and listeners. Welcome to today's reading. Welcome to the House of Tarot. Today we're doing a new moon reading, which will take place on May 26th of this year. We are in 2025. If you're listening to this any other time, just take this as the new moon reading for when you are listening to this too. Please just take what resonates and leave the rest. I'm going to get started with today's reading. Ooh, we already have the first card, which we have a Page of Wands. Okay. So with this new moon energy, what I'm getting, taking things lightly, taking things with a grain of salt. Also playing dress up in a way, taking things to where you can have fun with things, incorporating fun with real life situations. Taking this information also with a grain of salt of what I'm about to say, but also kind of being playful with things, being playful with certain situations, certain scenarios, also scenarios that may involve children. So some of you are teachers, educators, or you just have children, or possibly for the new moon day, you're going to have children at home. You're possibly babysitting, or you have a day off with your kids. Taking things lightly that day, kind of breathe in, breathe out, take things with a view from a child's world. If some of you are also going through a certain situation or a certain problem, kind of viewing it in the way that your past self would have viewed it as a child, possibly making your past self or your child self, your inner child, proud of how you would have done something. So I feel if someone of a small child triggers you and you want to react the way you want to react freely, but also taking consideration how you wish somebody reacted to you with the same scenario. So not always thinking things out as if, well, I did it and I'm okay, kind of like eating that same, consuming some sort of food and saying, well, I used to eat that and I'm okay, but things really change throughout the years. Nowadays, the ingredients in certain foods are not the same ingredients that were there when you possibly were growing up. Things are a lot different. Even the oils used today are a lot different than what was used previously. I believe previously there was like beef tallow in the French fries, and now they're just made with straight up seed oils and things like that. So just kind of how things have a different effect, and kind of considering that within conversations you may be having for this new moon or this new moon time frame. We have a skull. Hidden secrets can harm you. So what you're keeping in, just things that are hidden, something deep inside is acting out in a way that's possibly harmful. And I'm seeing this also with your child self, harmful to possibly something in the future, having children, or even just children around you, or just the vibe you're giving off. If some of you are a mom, the mom is the oracle of the home or the nucleus of the home, and kind of secrets and kind of holding things and not being truthful to yourself or to others, starting to catch up with you. So for this new moon, also being truthful during the new moon. We also have scales, keep your life in balance. So kind of balancing things out, balancing your emotions. I'm seeing this having to be something fiery, something emotional, something kind of big that can kind of set you off, but also being careful with the way you react to things. So being careful to your reactions. Also while you're out and about, I'm seeing driving and being careful with how you treat people on the road, or what you're going to take into consideration if you're getting frustrated, if you're feeling flustered. Also asking yourself questions. Am I just frustrated? Am I sleepy? Am I hungry? Just kind of checking in with yourself at times. We have a Pale, time to get out of a situation, and a Lily, spiritual love. So some of you having to get out of something that you've been kind of stuck in for a while. I'm seeing some sort of like wheel just kind of turning and turning, and you're feeling this need to get out of something. Also thinking of your inner self, your inner child, making that little child proud, making that little inner child proud of what you may be having to get out of currently. So considering this for the new moon energy, we're also going to get started with our tarot and see what we have for our recent past. Okay, so some of you went through a tower moment, and I'm hearing that this is just kind of a common card coming out for everybody in general. Just some sort of tower moment, a lot of shakeups, a lot of things going on within the world around you, personally, things like that. Also being careful of over consuming some sort of news or broadcast that you're hearing things from all the way around the world where you do not have family, you do not have loved one, you have no connection to, but you're really distraught about it. So being careful with what's distressing you around the world and how much you're consuming of it. I know some things we do have to face on, some things we do not. We have our own inner world that we're dealing with. So if some of you are taking on too much, this is your message for you to really take on just what's in your inner circle, what's in your inner world, for your small group, your small tribe, your family. So we We possibly are in little tribes, and then we try to take on other people, other tribes' problems and things. So really being careful with staying on your goalpost, staying in your lane, staying with who needs you. We're going to take a card for your subconscious. Okay, feeling alone. I'm feeling that some of you are possibly feeling alone and you're needing connection. Although you may feel like, oh, I'm happy alone, I want to be alone. Like some of you are putting like a hard surface or a hard face in front of all this. But some of you ultimately, or all of us, do need our brain to function where we're wired with we're wired with other people. We're wired with not being wired, but we wire better being in communities, being in groups. So I went from kind of knowing things from totally around the world, but really being careful and kind of keeping things within your neighborhood, within your community. As some of you can get involved with some sort of community aspect, whether it's with your children's school or with yourself, or just with what you're into, just your community, your bubble. If you're into yoga, just the community of yoga. So being involved with community. Although you may feel like you want to be alone, but I feel like there's several moments in your day that you can be alone. But there's also moments in the day that you can be with others and share with others and be with others and take advice from others. Not necessarily they have to take advice, but also hear other perspectives, just kind of hearing the world around you and being careful with kind of seclusion, being careful with secluding yourself. Sometimes I do get the read that something good can come of it, some sort of message or download, but in today's reading, I'm not getting that message. I'm seeing kind of like a seclusive, reclusive kind of energy. I'm going to take something for your near future. Again, feeling alone and needing community, something in your future. I feel like you're going to struggle with this. You're going to struggle with including somebody in your life or in your day, and kind of think of it as how can you help others? So if there's a friend that needs help, and you can also kind of knock this part out where you get to be with them and kind of have this inclusive type energy, kind of utilizing time like that where you can help others and somebody can help you. And this could be within the work. So we're getting something sort of financial, even helping others financially or empowering others financially. If some of you kind of have this piece of information that you could share with others regarding anything financial or helping people how to invest your money, kind of giving a class for that, giving a class at a library is also what I'm hearing. Being responsive in a way that you get to empower people, but it would also be empowering for yourself because you get to be around the community. And although you feel like, no, I want to be alone, I don't like people right now, I don't want people around me, but I feel like your brain may be asking you for this subconsciously. I'm gonna go ahead and go with the U placement. We have the Fool. I'm hearing a lot that you're not wanting to listen to others. I'm hearing that you're kind of getting defensive. You don't want to hear others' perspective, which is very valid because some people are just kind of giving perspective just to give perspective, just to talk. Some people are talking just to talk is also what I'm hearing, but also having a filter for those that really have something to say. So a message I'm getting is also kind of hearing those out that are doing things and cutting out the ones that are just not doing anything, that are failing, because there are those people that want to be in our life and they're just failing at what they do, but they want to give advice on what they're doing. They're just not doing the diet, they're not working out, they're not doing anything, but they have so much to tell you, about this diet, so much to tell you about everything. So really being careful with that type of energy. I'm gonna go ahead and go with your environment, and we have a High Priestess. So your environment is very much getting in tune with yourself. So if I heard yoga before, I hear yoga now. So people that are very spiritual, people that have a message to give, people that are very connected and in tune with their bodies and their intuition. So also looking out for that, looking out for those people around you that can get very connected with community and their intuition, possibly even tarot groups, yoga groups, just things that enlighten others and being helpful in the way that enlightens others. What else can we get for our new moon? Ooh, I feel like some of you are going to reconnect with somebody from the past. Some of you are reconnecting with an old friend or an old fling. So we have the Six of Cups, and it's about reconnection with something from our childhood. So we went around this whole reading or this journey with connecting with our child self or connecting with our inner self or our inner child. And I'm still getting that message even now for your hopes and fears. Possibly some of you do not also want to face something from your childhood or face some sort of aspect of your life as a child and something that possibly you will have to face sooner than later. I feel like it's just going to somewhat hit you in the face, and I feel like you're possibly afraid of it, but it's also your hope to kind of knock this out, to get this done. We're going to take one final outcome card for this new moon reading. Oh, we have the Three of Wands. So going on a journey, ultimately, you will possibly go alone on this journey or with your own feelings and soul. But I feel like all the collaboration before, being unified with somebody, taking perspectives from others, taking quality advice from somebody will transform you. And this will be a transformative experience for some of you, but it would prepare you for this journey where you possibly will go alone. Although it's very creative and collaborative, you also will be alone when you do it in a good way, because you will feel like you accomplished something by yourself. You were capable. So a lot of growth is coming from this new moon season where you're going to feel very capable, but it also involves other people. It's just that you won't carry them with you throughout the journey. It would just be at some point you would let go, you will be ready for the journey. But I feel like these people might possibly have that message. We're going to take a message card, and we have resilient. Stay as strong as evergreen trees. Okay, and last, I'm going to take from our little rock collection, one rock, one message meant for you for this new moon reading. Ooh, I got quite a few. Okay, we're going to use all three. So we have wisdom, thank you, thanking somebody, or somebody may want to thank you. And we also have kindness. So I feel like getting wisdom from our reading, kindness with others, and a thank you at the end while you go off on your journey. So with that, my dear listener, this concludes your new moon reading. Please just take a resonance and leave the rest. I do offer readings at thehouseoftarot.etsy.com, so come visit me there. And with that, I leave you guys. Bye-bye.